I'd like to show you the progress that we're making on the Schulmeric Carillon system. I've moved it into my the entrance of my ham radio shack. Got both cabinets here just turned and open right now since we're still repairing it. These are the harp bars. You can see them in there. I can get it to focus. There we go. So each one of those bars are a note. There are 25 of them all together. And then we have the same thing over here. If I can get up inside here, you can see up in this area is the English bells. And then the rest of this is all, there's the scheduling clock and all of the additional electronics that are required to make all of this work. It's pretty incredible what's involved. It reminds me of the Apollo and Gemini computer systems. It's all controlled by relays, and even little tiny relays, which are here, a whole bank of them. And these relays are glass tubes. Let me zoom in real close. And these glass tubes have a coil on each one. There's the coils. You see the little coils in there? These are resistors. Each one has a magnetic coil that closes the contact inside each one of those glass tubes. And these relays serve as a isolation from the main cabinet and all of its electronics, and a trunk cable which comes around and comes out the bottom of this cable here, and I'm going to follow it. This cable originally was hooked up to the organ keyboard in another part of the building, so good 100 feet of cable had all these little wires in it, 70 of them to be exact. So we've broken out 15 of them here and plugged them into an interface board with 12 transistors and the associated components, and all of that is plugged into an Arduino, and the Arduino is currently running and playing a program that turns on each one of these lines, turns the transistor on. The transistor is set to close and control these 12 or 15 lines that go to this trunk cable. And all those lines come through into and end up right here. Each one of these little relays will close and cause a tone on the harp section up here. So what we've done, Jesse has done, is we've got the amplifier turned on. You can see the light there. And I'm going to go in here. Let's turn the volume up. Okay, turn the volume up. And let's go in here again. And let's enable the power to the relays, and let's see what we get. So all this is now running, power to the transistors is going out, and it's powering the relays. These relays are all clicking. Can't really see them, but they're clicking. Okay, it's probably obvious, but I'll say it anyway. The clicking sound, of course, is because we're right up close to the bars that are being struck by their magnet strikes. So ordinarily you wouldn't hear that clicking at all, and in fact when we were back in the other room you could hear just the music. but I wanted to state that we're close right up on top of the bars so you can hear the clicking. So you may ask, okay, how you've got 50 notes, why are you only playing 12 of them? Well, you can see here pretty obviously, you can answer your own question how complex it is. Or maybe not complex, but there's a lot of stuff that has to be done here to get just 12 notes to play. And so I've got a whole bag of transistors that we're going to use, a total of 50, and we're going to redo all of this onto some perf board. Got some of that perf board here, and we're going to do 50 notes controlled by an Arduino that is capable of 50 outputs. So this was just a proof of concept, and it's working beautifully. Let me show you just a bit of the code that's required that's running on the Arduino to give you a feel for how that works. Okay, we've got some of the Arduino code here, script that's written to enable each one of those ports at the right time and at the right speed. And then also, if you'll notice up here, Jesse has the notes defined there, and then there's the music. You can see all the notes that are playing right now. So he took the music, let me find it, took the music here and took these notes and then put them in here. So there's a little bit of work involved in getting all that to work correctly, but what we plan to do next is to take MIDI files, musical instrument digital interface, MIDI files, and import them into the code here and then upload it into the Arduino and play MIDI files of all different kinds of music. But he basically took Für Elise, let's see if I can get the head, yeah, Für Elise by Beethoven, and took the opening segment of that and put it into code, and that's what's playing on the chimes, the Carillon chimes.